In this video, I'm going to be looking at running a rule in another rule's action. Now, there are various reasons why you might want to do this. I'm going to be looking at this example of using these two reference rules, or what I would call kind of global rules, for turning on all the lights in the house or turning off all the lights in the house. Now, I might have then other rules that run these. For example, I might want a virtual switch that can turn on all lights or turn on off all lights. I might have another rule for some kind of alarm, a smoke detector or a CO detector, that when that's triggered it would then turn on all lights, or some kind of burglar alarm. So I may have multiple rules where I want to turn on in the action all the lights. So rather than adding all the lights in every one of those rules, to make it a bit quicker, I could just have two kind of reference rules. So I just, in these, if I edit one, there's no trigger in them, but in the action I would add all my lights in here to turn them on. So then if I ever add more lights to the system or I delete a light, I just come into one rule and I can add or delete that particular light, rather than me having to edit, 4 or 5 other rules individually. And then the other rule for off, again, no trigger, and I just add in all my lights and switch them all off in the action. So then we could create a new rule, and we can add a trigger to this rule. So say if I want a virtual switch that turns on or off all lights, I can say whenever switch state changed, value true, so that means the virtual switch is on. Then add a true action for that, and we select Meshbot to run the other rule. So we select Meshbot, we select the other rule, which will be house all lights on, we select run, and then for the false action we select the other opposing rule to turn all lights off. So when the virtual switch is on, it runs the rule to turn on all lights, and when the virtual switch has been turned off, it runs the other rule to turn off all lights. We could use a different trigger, like I said. We could have a smoke detector. So if we had a device, smoke, and we select the trigger, perhaps smoke detector is armed and detects smoke. Then when that happens, we want the true action to run the other Meshbot rule to turn on all lights in the house. And that could be a siren going off or a CO detector. So this is just a good way of having a global reference rule that we can edit just one time, and then multiple other rules can run that main reference rule. Okay, thank you.